viewers, it's Miss Luxury back, but not with another review. A few of my followers have requested for me to do a video on how I clean, condition, even patina my bags. So that is what I'm going to do for you here today. So starting off, I want to just discuss what materials I use. So I really like the Apple brand all protectants and goods. So I got the little set here that is a cleaner and a conditioner, and it did come together with this little cloth that I clearly have been utilizing. That's what I use for my cleaning and conditioner. And then per some other reviews, I have found this Mink oil paste that I like to use. I know a few people have said that they patina their bags by utilizing oil, but I prefer to utilize materials that clearly state that they are for leather products. So I'm not using anything that's intended for other purposes, such as cooking. I want to use straight, appropriate products. So no doubt that oil works well, but it's just not my choice of product. And I know a lot of people suggest not using the Mink oil paste and swear just by the Apple brand. But again, to each its own. So this is what I utilize. There are a lot of other good products out there. This is my process. So I first want to start off with a video about cleaning. So I decided to take this pochette accessories that I received maybe 3 months ago. And I've been utilizing it every day. So I really kind of utilize it for work. And as you can kind of tell, as I hope you can tell, it does get kind of really dirty and grungy. With wear. So I've never really utilized a bag so much that it's gotten this dirty other than my Neverfull, which is a different story. That's about a year old. I guess I've cleaned my Neverfull, but I have not cleaned a little piece. So I want to take a look at it and talk about just simply cleaning an item. So again, like I said, when I first got this item, I did use the Mink oil paste on it. I believe it's when I actually first got the oil paste. It did help it patina along, and I really enjoyed using it. I do like the way the Mink oil paste makes the Vachetta super soft and silky. I enjoy carrying this bag and even just stroking it when I utilize it because it is so soft. Not that it would be dry without it, but it could be, and I do enjoy it for that reason. So it doesn't make it too oily, but it is definitely a different feel. It's almost softer. So I am going to take my rag, give it a good shake. Why not? And this, I'm just going to utilize the leather cleaner for this. I'm not going to put any oils on it first. I want to clean to get the dirt off. So a lot of people say to utilize a small amount of the product, but I find that it does not go a long way, but I highly do suggest utilizing only a small amount. So literally only a small amount. And just literally, I work in circular motions and try to clean it up. And you can see as you apply it that the Vachetta does darken, but don't get too excited or too nervous because it is wet and it will dry. So the Vachetta will not be as dark as you see it right now. So I am surprised at the fact that that little piece went a long way, and am noticing that it is not really getting too clean. Maybe it is. Let's see, the back of this tab, a little more dirty than the front. And let's see how that looks after applying the cleaner. So again, just a little amount. And I'm gonna go in circular motions on the back. And this does look to be getting cleaner, but again, it's wet, so I can't necessarily tell how clean it is, but I do feel like there's some dirt still left on there, so maybe I've taken too long to clean it, but let's wait and see what the finished product looks like. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry and move along to the strap. Yes, hopefully you can see from the strap that it is really dirty. And that just comes from wear and tear and use. And yes, when I do touch this, I have oils on my hands and lotion. Sometimes I like to over touch my bag when I know my hands are dirty, just so it helps it patina along, but I'm sure I'll regret it later. I'm gonna get a good shot of how dirty it is so I can see if it really does clean. Why my camera's acting funny, I don't know. So again, a little bit. See, they say a little bit goes a long way, but I don't find that to always be the case. I would suggest to continue to always work it in. It does look a little better. So I wasn't able to get it all off. It was a little bit. So it also could be part of the indentation from where the hardware really goes again on the vachetta and rubs there. So let's see if the dirt is gone, and I'm going to continue cleaning this. Even though I'm going back and forth, I'm still doing like circle motions, baby circle motions. I find that the straps are the hardest to clean and patina. One more go with that. And another tool I like to use is a standard Q-tip, and to get those small spaces, so like in between here, do something like this. And then just simply get it in there. So like if I wanted to get inside some small loops, might use that. I do utilize the Q-tip a little bit more when I'm putting on the Mink oil or the conditioner, just to make sure it's all even, because with that you want it even. So anytime you have any stitching, you want to go get right in there. So now it is still wet, so I'm going to let it dry and I will come back to that, show you how it looks clean, and also to do some conditioning. So while this pochette accessories is drying with its first round of cleaner, I am going to start with the patina process on this new pochette accessories that I received from Sasha. Check out my Instagram for more on that. And as you can see the clear difference of a brand new piece versus a worn piece. Actually, while I'm at it, I'll show you this other pochette accessories item that has one coat of, I believe, apple cleaner conditioner on it. Might have the Mink on it, but I'm not quite sure. But I've never used this piece, and you can just see the difference. So again, while this dries, I am going to show you how to use the Mink oil paste on the tab on the bag and also the mini strap. So with the same cloth that I was utilizing, I'm going to utilize the Mink oil paste. And it is just that. It's like a wax paste. I'm going to do the same thing I did before with a little piece of the cloth. And this I utilize just a little bit as well, because you can always go back and utilize more or go get another glob, but you can't undo if you use too much. But hopefully you can see You can barely see how much I have on there. I have like nothing on there because I'm very cautious. So I am again gonna go in round motions. And just like the cleaner where it looks wet so it will dry, the same goes for this wax. So it will not be this dark, but it will be pretty close when it dries. So the wax is definitely harder to get within the little grooves of the stitching. So this is where I absolutely utilize a Q-tip. So just take a little bit as well. So that's probably a little easier to see of how much I'm actually applying. And I literally just put it along. That was probably way too much. I was just trying to show you how much I put on. Put it and try to get it into where the stitching is, so. And again, a lot of times you have to finagle into places. So that is one coat of the Mink oil paste. And I'm going to let that dry. Again, it's wet, but that will be close to the color it will be. And on the strap, I'm going to utilize the leather conditioner. So we actually together can learn something and see the difference. So again, the same material. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Almost same consistency as the cleaner. And this is probably a little too much. Remember, I say less is more, and with the strap, it's harder. I know some people have a technique down where they can do both sides at once, but I am not that talented. So yeah, that was way too much, but. See, when I'm just using my finger, I do not get really close to that tab where it's sewn. So I'm gonna let that dry as well, and then we can come back to see the difference. So we're all learning something together, and I'll compare it to no treatment at all. So while I'm doing this video for you guys and we're testing out things and I have a brand new piece, I wanted to try something else as well. So I wanted to try utilizing a brand new cloth. We do suggest when doing treatments to utilize an older cloth that has been washed and is wear. I suggest white so there's no color transfer. But what I want to do is utilize a brand new cloth with the Mink oil paste to see if there's, mixing the two products on one cloth is doing any mix-ups. So my test I want to do with you today is comparing how to treat the actual canvas material itself. A lot of times us rep lovers know that we have a canvas that is dry or dull and really needs to have a good conditioning so it sort of gives it some life. So what I want to do is on one side test out the Mink oil paste on the canvas, and on the other side test out the Apple brand leather conditioner on the canvas. Again, this is a brand new bag and nothing has been applied to it. It has no treatment, and I'm going to have the side with the tab on the left utilize Mink oil paste, and the side with the tab on the right use Apple brand care conditioner. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and let's take a look. I'm going to use a little more than I usually do with the Vachetta for the canvas. And again, the circle motions. So you can already see that the Mink oil paste has given the canvas a little bit more of a shine. So I'm going to go ahead and try the Apple brand leather conditioner on the other side. And you can see almost with the Apple brand's conditioner that it's more, the canvas is almost like absorbing it, and you have to use like a little bit more than you would with the Mink oil paste. But both give it a pretty nice shine. But I feel like the conditioner gets absorbed quickly, and you can see there's a little more shine with the Mink oil paste. And so I also wanted to come back to this pochette accessories that I've utilized for a while, and it was quite dirty, so I did utilize the Apple brand cleaner on this to see if I could get the dirt away, or just at least the minimal wear and tear, see if it would take it off. And you know, it was dirty before. It's not perfect. It doesn't look brand new, but it is much better than how it was before. And you know, at the same time, it also did give it a little bit more of a patina. So I do like that with some wear and tear. The cleaner does help with the patina process. So you can see that this got a little bit cleaner. And then this I was not so lucky with. But something better than nothing, right? So now that it's clean, I'm going to give it a coat of the Mink oil paste to help preserve it and condition it. All right, I will let that sit for a little bit and show you the difference when it dries. I want to share some tips with you that I've learned about patinaing your vachetta in natural sunlight. So lessons learned, these two bags, my Noe BB and also my Speedy 30, have both been given a treatment of wax or conditioner, but this Petite Boat Chapeau has not been given any treatment on the vachetta, but I have had her sit out in natural sunlight for a few days now, maybe a total of 7 days. Now I live in South Florida, so the sunlight is hot in the summer, but I have not had any issues of having my bags out during the summer months, and during the winter, unfortunately, it is tougher to come across sunlight. So I have not done a patina treatment, but just wanted to show you lessons learned with just sunlight. It has been, for the few days or several days that I've had this bag sit out for not even too long either, maybe a few hours at a time, I have not noticed a difference in the level of patina because it is very gradual. But I have also not undone the buckles, which is my tip, that you need to undo all your vachetta pieces, and you can see that it gives you tan lines. So I have not noticed that this is patinaed. I feel like this is still super light, but clearly I can see that it has, and because I haven't let it tan naturally like this, it would probably be wise to almost tan it like this with it out, and then do some rotations throughout the day, and obviously take off the luggage tag as well. Sometimes you gotta flip it and whatnot. It now has these tan lines. So yes, it might be definitely a hassle when utilizing natural sunlight to patina your bags, but it is worth it. So that means, yes, for your Speedy Baudelaire strap, you're going to have to completely take it all apart to avoid tan lines, all 3 pieces, and let them sit like this. Rotate the straps throughout while it's sitting out, and also flip it over and make sure you do the opposite side. Now for my Noe BB, this strap is similar to the Speedy Baudelaire strap, that you have to take it apart. But the interesting thing is that for the past couple of days while I've had this bag out, I've gotten tired of taking the strap out every time. So I've just let it sit out, but again, remember I said that I gave it a treatment of wax already. This Vachetta has no tan lines like the Petit Boîte Chapeau does. Very interesting that after giving it wax, I'm not seeing the same tan lines. Now I've also not taken this strap out every time. So I've expected tan lines here, and obviously where it's covered, I've expected tan lines, but I guess you can see a little bit of a difference, but not really as much, at least not like this. So that is interesting. I wonder if by having done a wax treatment almost halts the patina. A lot of people say not to use wax or any treatment on the Vachetta other than sunlight. If we're discussing a real Louis Vuitton bag, they suggest not even keeping your bag in the sunlight. It may dull the canvas. Just regular wear and tear is how they suggest it. But with our rep lovers, we know that we want to make that patina happen quickly. And therefore we use other methods. But those are my tips to always have your straps undone, do a frequent rotation, and avoid tan lines like that. So quickly, I wanted to show you my Never Full MM in my monogram. If you follow me on Instagram or if you subscribe to my YouTube channel here, you already know all about this bag. My favorite, my first baby. I've had this bag for almost a year now. I want to say maybe March will be a year. Still feels great. Probably does need some treatment, but this bag has been a lot of places, so I feel like that's where the wear, the patina comes from, is from actual wear. So this bag has had every treatment, so it's been conditioned with the Apple brand product. It has been cleaned after taking it on a trip, and it also has had a test run with the wax Mink oil paste. And again, like I said before, I love the way the Mink oil paste makes it feel. The Vachetta feels 10 times different. As you can see, it's definitely had wear, but it doesn't feel like it has as much wear. And it also has had a glazing overhaul lightly, but you can't even tell. So this is a great patina if you want to even just compare the patina on this bag versus a brand new strap. It's crazy the difference. So I know you want a fast patina, but it does take some time. So I've given some time for these pieces to dry. So as you remember, I utilized the Mink oil paste on just the tab part of this pochette accessories, and then I utilized the Apple brand conditioner for the little strap, and then I still have the bigger, longer strap not touched with anything. So just how it was in unboxing. So if you take a closer look at all three of these, they do not look that much different. So a lot of people say not to force the patina process with the Mink oil paste or really a wax substance, but rather, if anything, only utilize the Apple brand care products and condition it and get it ready for use. But it doesn't look like the Mink oil paste is much different than the conditioner. I believe you will probably see the results quicker with the Mink oil paste when you utilize it more and as it sits in the sun, but it clearly is not much different. It doesn't force the patina process. If you're looking for something that's gonna patina it immediately, you're gonna have to go for regular straight oil, which I told you I do not utilize. So you can barely tell in this picture, but you can tell that this strap is still really light. There's a little difference, but not much. So now that I've given it some time to dry, you can really see how nice of a patina you get with some wear over time and utilizing the Mink oil paste. It does have a nice feel, and you can tell that this is a nice patina for this piece. I've also had a little time for our little test to sort of set in, and you can really tell the difference. So remember, this side would be the Mink oil paste that was utilized on the canvas, and you can still feel it feels a little oily, which will go away, and I don't find that there's any transfer of the oil, but you can really see that shine that it gives the canvas, rather where on this side I utilized the Apple brand leather conditioner, and it doesn't have as much of a shine, but it is very nice. You can see a little more shine versus not as much shine. So both are equally good products. Well guys, that is how I take care of cleaning, conditioning, and patinaing my bags, and I hope you've enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss a video, and make sure to head over to my Instagram page to see my new bags and any updates, and I am always available for you to ask me questions there. But thank you for watching. Have a great day.